As Deborah sat watching the TV, she really wasn't sure what to make of this whole situation. She managed to get to what was functionally the center of town, the gas station, but there was absolutely no one alive around. A couple of corpses, of course, but that's all she'd seen so far. With a stock of working vehicles, she could get around from place to place easy enough, meaning she could go check out her old place of work, but she was at a loss as far as finding any potential survivors goes. To the south of her, she remembers there being a gardening store. Not a bad place to start looking for initial supplies, she thinks, if she's going to be here for the long term. Beyond that, it'd probably be a good idea to start picking clean all the nearby properties and getting this place reinforced if she intends to live here. She had a lot to think about, but she was going to make this work one way or another. Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to Project Zomboid, where we are going to go check out the mechanics garage. We are going to go. And we have some marinara sauce. There's some pancake mix. But yeah, we are going to go check out the auto shop across the river. I'm going to work on getting some things organized. In fact, we'll probably do that first. I'm going to take all of these various tools and weapons. Do we have any respirators? I think this one might have its filter. Yep, okay. That's what I thought. I'll go ahead and put that in there. Okay, yes, no filter. That's what I thought, but it's good to verify that first. Yeah. Duct tape, nuts and bolts, wrenches, funnels. We got a shovel. Shovel could actually be useful for digging like graves. If that was something we were interested in doing, perhaps. Okay, I'm going to put all of those in. No, it's not the box I'm looking for. Okay, second box. Second box. For all of our various metalworking supplies, which we seem to have quite a few. Matter of fact, we should start using some of those metalworking chisels as weapons, I think. We only really need the one of those. Alright. Go ahead and pick up some handles. Wire. That's right, we got radios. Book. Got a hacksaw. Handle. Rod. I think down here be a good place to store gas. These nails. Another large handle. Worn hammer. Lead pipe. Medium handle. Okay. Okay. I'm not like conceptually opposed to the idea of moving furniture out and about. Like for instance, I'm gonna put these floodlights right here. Everything that's like worn and kind of in need of that wrench is actually mine. Although it is accurate that it needs fixing, that not a whole lot we can do about that. But yes, everything that might need some extra work later on, we'll go ahead and put in that cabinet. This looks like a good place for a bunch of handles. I'll just take the respirator filters and throw them away, I suspect. Okay. Let's see, we got... That's the metalworking box. Lead pipe, welding torch, wire, steel rod. Ooh, there's an extra rubber hose down here. And drill, a rake, a pipe wrench, claw hammer. Put some nails in there. The radios, you can find a spot for those upstairs. Although, in failing that, we can either go ahead and put them down here, I suppose, too. I'm just gonna throw things like the pens and the phone book away. You really don't need them. And the respirator filters, because those are used up. Okay. Up these shelves. Yeah, we are going to rearrange the basement a little bit here. Because quite frankly, we don't need all of that basement. So I'm going to go ahead and pick up these shelves. Let's see. Where do I want to put this? Right next to the pillar? Ah, it's not a bad place for it, I suppose. Go ahead and pick up the various pallets. You know, pick up the trash too. If we're going to be living down here, I want a nice cleaned up basement environment. All of those posters and battered. Notices, bits of trash. Yeah, go ahead and just pick all those up. Okay. Get rid of the battered cardboard box, all of the garbage. All right, and there we go. And now what this should also allow us to do. Where do I want to put this extra furniture? I'm kind of trying to consolidate things down to just down here. You know what? Right here works. Right here works. Okay, so pick up the shelves. I actually do want to keep the table there as a bit of a workbench, so we're going to ensure we can do that. That's a bit of trash managed to persist. Well, okay. We'll have to head back upstairs here soon. We actually need... Even if we're not going to be using a lot of this, I do want to get rid of... No, don't throw out the wrench. Delete all of the garbage. Thank you. Pick up the shelves from this room. Because now we can go ahead and turn that out. We actually need to grab the box of wooden rods again. We're gonna make that work. Okay. Alright, we will rearrange that in a minute. I refuse to mess woodcraft. Making good progress down in that basement, though. We are really putting this place in a good state. There's a lot of lights we're gonna have to turn out and trim. Problem with living in such a big building is that there's a lot of lights you're actually gonna have to adjust. This should get us our carpentry level 3, maybe? It'll definitely be close. And then we don't have to watch the evening life and living, because that one is, I think, bugged and never gives you any XP. Okay. Thank you, Woodcraft Man. Very appreciated. What are we gonna get ourselves for lunch? Cook a ham. Cook a ham for lunch. Especially as, yes, we have stopped gaining weight again. Brilliant. Brilliant. Nice work here, Deborah. I mean, I say that, but she's actually doing quite well, all things considered. Just, a little funny that she's so consistently heavy she's maintaining her weight. But yes, cook an entire ham for lunch. Eat all of it. We've earned it. I'm gonna put the paper clips and the notebook in there. Put that book on there. Put the doll on the couch. It is our TV companion. Oh, right. I was gonna try to grab the table here. Okay. Well, pick up the patio furniture then. Okay. Shut that. Turn that off. Shut that. No reason to go in there again. There's a CD in there. Ooh. Oh. I was 100% gonna eat the peanut butter if the game would let me. Okay. Ooh. Empty glass bottles. Okay, grab the baskets. Eat some peanut butter. Grab an audio CD. and the garbage bag. Grab a swimsuit. Okay, I should grab the coffee maker and the radio from the diner because we're not really going to be using this place at all later. Grab the eggs, grab the beef, vegetables, fillet knife, cutting board, apron. Okay. Okay, go ahead and turn that off. I'm just future-proofing myself is what I'm doing, essentially. Okay. Put that radio there. Put the spice there, the pepper. Cutting board, spoon. Empty cooking pot, muffin tray, whisk. We don't need another whisk. Fillet knife. Garbage bags. Put the eggs. Where do we want to put these CDs? I suppose right there works. We're gonna throw these phone books out, but we can put the comic book there. Okay, throw out the extra whisk and the phone books. The basket, the cutting board. Okay, we don't need that extra dish towel. Okay, put the lemon juice in the fridge. We'll put the flushing tool downstairs. You know, what should I do for like the extra appliances that we're definitely not going to, like this fridge? I suppose you could put them in the little workshop building next door. Yeah, because that's a good place for them. I like that. And I will put them in the little workshop building next door. Okay, put that fridge in there. Okay. Turn off that light, turn off that light. Eat the popsicle. Eat the ice cream sandwich. Pick up the trash. Throw that in there. Pick up the popsicle freezer. A lot of stuff we're gonna have to organize. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and put the ice freezer there. Actually, what I'm gonna do, because I'm going to be putting the other fridges along this wall, I think. Gotta pick up the garbage. Just throw the garbage in this box. We don't really need it. I mean, it's garbage. We definitely don't need it. And we do have the fuel containers. We got yogurt, got corn dogs. Okay, we got water. Oh god, we're gonna have to move this. Oh god, okay. Okay. Put that there. Sorry, this has been such a quiet episode, but it's just been like, this is important work, even if it's slow work, you know? Yeah, in general, I'm just trying to make it so that way we can close off the first floor as much as possible. Okay. The giant store fridge is now taken care of. You know, I don't think we've seen a single zombie this episode. Which you could say is unusual given this is, you know, a zombie game, but again, in fairness, we're doing important work here. Okay. Now we have a little fridge store. Okay, now all of the big power draws should be filtered out. Okay. Turn off that. Okay. Yeah, still plenty to do. Put our handles in there. Maybe then we'll be not as exerted all the time. Holy crap. Okay. We already have a fleshing tool. Okay. I'm putting them in the box anyway. Get some water from the giant industrial wash basin here. Okay. Okay. Take all. Okay. No reason to go in there. Go ahead and close that up. Grab the empty plastic bottle. Never going to turn down water. Broom, dish towel, bucket. Okay. Grab those. Grab the adhesive. Bandages. Screwdriver, funnel. Various waters. They take everything there. Take news from the future. Go ahead and shut that. Shut that. And now this back garage area. This is the one place where I am going to just go ahead and say I'll sort this all out probably later on my own time because this is starting to get a little monotonous, I will agree, but again, it's important work. Okay, yes, let us go upstairs to drop. We're ridiculously tired. Okay. Yep. Okay. I need to put beverages all in there. Just because I know how quickly those can take up a tremendous amount of space. Okay, fill up our water bottle. Fill up our other water bottle. Put the garbage bag down there. Put the empty bucket down there. The broom. Another dish towel. The light bulb. Put the bag onion down there. Put the extra toothbrush in there. We don't need it. Okay. Go ahead and put... We really need the newspaper. I'm going to put it in there for now. We're gonna make the decision there that no, we really don't. It's a good thing I thought to check and see if the buckle was useful for anything before I threw it away. Because, yeah, I would have regretted that one. Okay. Plenty of magazines to keep me entertained. You know, keep myself mentally stable. Oh, we still have seltzer water we need to drop off. Hey. Okay, there we go. Hey, beta blockers, adhesive bandages. Can I just like store the buckle in a cabinet somewhere and be done with it? Yeah, that'll work for me. Okay, sleep. We are really feeling it as far as tiredness goes. I instinctively tried to open the map. You know, I should get a counter for how many times I try to do that. Because I guarantee you it's going to be a lot. Okay. Another edition of The Cook Show. In our way, this is flying. This is going to be our cooking level up. If so, I'll be able to adjust my alarm clock. Aha! Awesome. Awesome. We can now adjust our alarm to make it so we don't have to wake up quite so early. Now, yeah, we're still a wakeful individual, so we shouldn't need to sleep as much, but it gives us the option. Okay. That's a lot of stuff. We need to figure out what all goes where. Grab an emergency light. Grab all of this. Dust mask, air protection. Okay, go ahead and put the spare engine parts down there. Go ahead and just leave that hallway open. Yeah. Okay, there's quite a bit we can put in the metal box. Going to put quite a bit in there. Okay, I'm going to assume the only real purpose of the heavy chain is that it can be melted down into like scrap or whatever. That would certainly be the only reason I could think for why we're keeping those around. We have a lot of funnels. A lot of screwdrivers. Okay. At some point, we will go through and clear all of our duplicate tools. I'm not promising when that some point is going to be. I'm just saying at some point we'll do that. Because yes, that is a bit ridiculous, and I don't think we need that many. Okay. Add the books. This would also be a good place to store excess gasoline. Oh, wow. Is that a flashlight? Oh, that is. Wow. Yeah, go ahead and store that in our fanny pack, actually. That's a good place for that. They grab the muffler and the spare engine parts. Those boxes are a good place to store extra, just straight up car parts. Close that. Go in here. We have some books we can drop off. We have 2 copies of the same audio CD. We do as well. Okay, don't need that. A flashlight we can go ahead and put in the back of whatever car we actually want to use as our daily driver. That'd actually be an excellent place for it. Put the calculator back there. And a copy of Lane's Auto Performance. Lane's Auto Standard. I need Lane's Auto Heavy Duty. Mechanics 1. We actually don't need an extra copy of this book. We got a book on how to spot a cheater. Okay, that's our spare furniture. Got nuts and bolts. We got more auto repair related gubbins. Got some spare elbow pads, always useful. Plug wrench, small file set. We got a brake, screwdriver, toolbox, various bits of metalworking equipment. Paper napkins. Absolutely nothing good in there. Go ahead and delete that. And let's go clean up the courtyard. In fact, let's clean up the downstairs in general. Like all the pictures and posters. If I'm going to live here, I want it to look nice. Because, quite frankly, the one bit of levity we get in the apocalypse is how our specific base looks. I'm probably not going to go as far as cleaning everything. That would be a little bit ridiculous, but I do at least want it to look, you know, nice. The funnier part of the guarantee is it's actually going to look a lot nicer than even our actual place of work where we used to be before the apocalypse. Okay, put the tire iron, the long wrench back there. Screwdriver, a welding torch. Put the toolbox on top. So that's a nice little bit of decoration. Put a heavy-duty flashlight in there. In this case, sometimes you gotta look through to see what's wrong under the hood. Okay, all the battered notices and trash. There we go. I'd say we have done an excellent job actually cleaning up around here. There's still a couple things we can't remove, like those desiccated wire fragments. Really not sure what we're going to do about those, actually. Iron bar half, steel bar quarter, large hook, metalworking punch, various saws, fiberglass tape, ear protectors, couple of spare lights, spare elbow pads, large hook, flashlight, heavy duty, bits of steel. There's a light bulb we can put upstairs. There's water we can refuel down here. And then, of course, yes, there is that standard issue vehicle brake we can put in the spare parts crate. Okay. Oh, now the bloody frying pan is my crime scene to deal with. That's right. Okay, put the jack in there. I'm sure we have a spare wrench downstairs. I'll figure that out later. Alright, the garbage bag. Grab all of the empty gas cans that I am almost pot. Grab that. Leave the full one back there, actually, now. Okay, put the tire pump back there. Yeah. Okay, put the light bulb. Uh, Nom. Okay, woodcraft. And now we do want to watch this after, or this evening, foraging show, because I do believe it is, yes, a foraging show. This should wind up being our last carpentry show, or close to it. Hey, there we go. All right, now we just need to make sure we catch the evening shows, because those are the survivalist shows. And that's something I think Deborah here would be interested in learning a bit more about. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and shut that. Plenty of light comes in just from there. It is still rather foggy. Do I want to take the van or do I want to take the car? I think I want to take the van for this. Okay. I promised we would go to the auto repair store, and I'm going to make good on that promise. Especially because it is just right across the street. Like, it's not even a difficult place to get to. It's just... Okay, park. Park. Canoe paddle continues to... Oh no, it was Ned. Oh, I like that guy. Whoa, hey. What the hell? Deborah is suddenly very glad she missed work on the day of the apocalypse. It seems like some idiots moved into the place. Raiders. Well, there goes any idea I had about me potentially trying to use this place as a base. That's just not gonna work. I mean, it wasn't a serious... Fuck off, Zomboid. What was that? Okay. So... Yeah, this was a group of raiders. Take the weapons off, Mom. Ooh. Urban camo shorts. Yeah, I'll take those. And the tights. A wrench. Cowboy boots. Ooh, urban camo pants. Excellent. Magnum, club hammer. You had the leather jacket, so I'm just going to assume you were the leader. No, actually, it may have been Mr. Police uniform over here. Firecrackers. Oh, a leather jacket. Fingerless gloves. In guards. Knee pads. I will take the bunny suit top. That is just a good item. A vampire's Halloween mask. There's a police officer there. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. You know what? I'm actually very glad, though, that those raiders just kind of burst through the door themselves. If I had opened that or gone around and tried to fight them inside, that would have been my death. So I'm kind of glad. Okay, hey. Can we stop with this? Thank you. You know what? Stomp them in the butt until they die. Okay. We got leather jacket. We got some urban camo stuff. Got a lot of stuff we're actually going to have to wash out, I do believe. Okay. We got spare engine parts. We got a spare tire for a sports car. We got mufflers, tarp. Got a nice little area back there. Oh, wow. So they threw all the bodies back here, huh? I guess when they were done with the raid or whatever. Ugh. Deborah here, I'd imagine, is a little uncomfortable seeing her old place of business in such a disheveled state. Like, she worked here every day for a couple of years. So okay. Go ahead and take that then, I suppose. There is a nice little water cooler there. Worn scissors. A garbage bag. But yeah, this is the place that she worked, and it turned out to be raided. She could have died in that crossfire very easily. I guess she's counting herself lucky she wasn't at work that day. Well. Really, game? Blatantly not where I was trying to put that. But yeah, the Echo Creek logistics department. This was completely torn apart by animals. Plenty of spare car parts, but not a whole lot in the way, I hope. Definitely not much in the way of finding any survivors. Yeah, go ahead and take a screenshot of this building real quick, though. Make a good thumbnail shot. All right, there we go. All right, back up. Arc ourselves in. Close the gate. Grab all of the spare car parts. Seriously? Come on. Play the juggling game. Thank you. Ah. Go ahead and put the mufflers. Ooh, we got a performance muffler for a heavy duty vehicle. Okay, put the spare tire back there. Got a lot of windows and windshields. Do we have? Oh no, we just happen to have a second broken wrench. Brilliant. Okay, grab all the bits of armor. We'll take those down to the river and wash them off. Although, actually, you know what? The power and water are both still on. No, I'm gonna just throw them in the washing machine and kind of forget about them. Hey. Go ahead and put those in there. And you know what? I'd say this was overall a very, very good way to end this. You know, in terms of the story here, Deborah has one more place she thinks you can search, or she's just gonna have to go house to house, checking on everyone. Aha! It is gonna be some foraging. Alright, not a full level of foraging out of that, but still. Okay, I'm pretty sure that yes, that is every bit of blood washed off all the armor we just got. Alright, go ahead and just let those wash. Put these in the broken tool cabinet. The things that could in fact use some work later. Alright, head on through. We've got plenty of extra weapons now, weirdly. Like, there's one thing I didn't expect to have slightly surplus amount of its weapons. You know what? Protecting our right arm doesn't strike me as a terrible idea, so I'm gonna put some magazine armor on that. There we go. Because that is our swinging arm with short blade and short blunt weapons. So I think keeping that arm specifically protected is a really good call. And I'd be a bit of a fool to not take advantage of what the game just gave me now. Really? Really? Man, thank you. I have a magnum now, too. I do not know with the magnum. But it does feel kind of cool to say I have one. I put the seltzer water back there. Got plenty of water. That is good. Okay. Well, I think that's about everything I wanted to get done this episode. We properly organized and prepared the base for long term. You know, by going around turning off all the excess lights that we like don't need to be on all the time. Like, if I do say so myself, okay, I think now we can make a very compelling argument that this base is prepared for the long time. Again, we have all of the excess lights turned out. Like, I'm not sure. Oh, is this covered in enough blood that it is causing us to get upset? No, but I suspect it's our shoes that and our pants that are the problem. Okay. Okay. Hey, there we go. You know what? Go ahead and throw those in there. Okay, go ahead and put those all in there. Knee pads, elbow pads. Okay, yeah, go ahead and just turn all those on. But that would replace our police jacket, yes. You know, I like the overalls more than I think I like the... Okay. And now what about the shin guards? Do those just protect the shins? Yes, so as it turns out, the knee pads, although they don't protect as much, are just better. Okay. Deborah's looking pretty cool, though. I gotta give her that much. Okay. Eat some beef jerky. Eat the chips. And eat the tortilla chips. I'm going to throw Deborah here off to bed. And we will pick up and figuring out what the next mission is next time. Oh, before I go to bed, I do want to go around and just make sure we have all the unnecessary light switches turned off. I just want to ensure that when the power does eventually go out, we'll just be able to turn on the generator and not have to worry about it. That's why I'm going through and cleaning up everything that needs to be cleaned up. Going through and doing things like opening up the curtains and whatnot. It is slightly dull work, yes, but it is needed. It is needed. And I think Deborah would agree that it is needed as well.